Hello students. So here we go with the problem number 17 in isometric projection. What it says here is there is a cone of base diameter 50 and height 40. So the diameter is 50 mm and height is 40 mm. So this is a cone, okay, and it is placed above a square slab. Okay, so there is a square slab, okay, of 80 by 20. Okay, so the base solid is a square slab of 80 and height is a 20, and the top one is a cone of 50 mm diameter and 40 mm height. Okay, so as usual, so we'll take a one horizontal line first. Okay, so we'll take one reference point somewhere here, and the first thing is to have a square slab, okay, of 80 and height 20. So we'll count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and back to 8. Okay, so we'll get a square here. So now the height of this square slab is 20. So from each corner we'll move two box upside. So we'll get a one more square at the top. Okay, then we need to have a cone. Okay, the base diameter is 50. So already we have discussed in problem number 12. So if you want to have a cone or a cylinder, okay, so we need to have a square equal to the diameter, a square equal to the diameter. Okay, so here we are going to take up the diagonal. Okay, so this is the center of the square slab. Okay, so now we need to have a 50 mm square. Okay, so what we have 80 mm square, we need a 50 mm square, so divided by 2 will be 15, that is 1.5 boxes. Okay, that is from the corner. So if you move here, 1 and off, 1 and off, 1 and off, 1 and off. Okay, so if you start counting from here, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, or else, so center we said 50 divided by 2, that is 2.5, that is 25, 2 and a half box from the center. 1 2 off, 1 2 off, 1 2 off, 1 2 off. Okay, so whichever the method you feel easy, so you can follow that one. So once the things are marked, you can just join with a thin line. Okay, so this one. Next step is dropping diagonal, already done. Okay, third one is locating the midpoint. So 2.5, so here 2.5, 2.5 and 2.5. Okay, so once the midpoint is marked, then you can just join the corner to the opposite lines. Okay, so now in order to reduce a confusion, or in order to minimize the time in drawing this one, so you can just drop two lines. Okay, that's more than enough in order to get a point and a radius. Okay, so this as that is one as a radius, sorry, center, connect AB, so it will join here itself. You can check it out, it will come to the midpoint itself. Okay, so 2 as a center, connect CD. Okay, you can check it out, midpoint. Okay, so now 3 connect BC okay, then 4 connect AD. Okay, so when that one is done, the height again they have given 40 mm. So from here 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so just erase these lines and show that one with the axis line. Okay, so now as usual, so keep the scale as a tangent, don't join to the end points, join this one and join this one. Okay, so now darken this one again, so this part will be visible, and when it comes to the square slab, so this is visible, so this is visible, this is visible, this is visible, and this whole part will be visible because the tip is touching the topmost point of the square slab. Okay, so this is how exactly you can do the problem number 17. Okay, both are same. Okay, so depending upon the height, so you can change the things. So here it is crossing the cube, so this line will be visible till here in the 12, but here the tip will be joining to the end of the square slab, so the whole thing will be visible here. Okay, so either you can use a center method, okay, or a corner method to drop the or to inscribe the square inside the square slab. Okay, thank you.